What is up, everyone? The 2015 is back with another Tower of God review. And this time we're going to be reviewing Season 3, Episode 84, which is also the 501 chapter of this amazing series. It's been a lot of years, and we finally reached that 500 chapter mark. That is absolutely amazing. But I'm here to keep you up to speed with what's going on and happening in the Tower of God world. So let's get into it. I am the 25th Genius, and if you like these videos and what I do, please help the channel out by leaving a like and subscribe. It's completely free, and you can unsubscribe at any time. Let's get into it. So, what has happened in Tower of God so far? White is trying to corrupt Bam because he has this weird teenage erection for Bam. Yakuza really just showed Yama who's boss, and this is their Slayer. And they had an epic battle, and then we actually find out some secrets about Baylord Yama. The fact that Baylord Yama, the reason why he can't share his canine power with the other canines is because he's with a different mother. While they've had the same fathers, they had different mothers for the purpose of breeding. So let me explain this real quick, right? So Baylor Yama obviously is the one of the Bug Slayers, right? However, he is the leader of the Canine people. While Baylor Yama was able to gain amazing transformation power by himself, he is unable to really share that power, unlike his other brothers that we see in that small arc of the Tower of God, right? We find out why in this case is because, well, yeah, the father was getting it on, so it's kind of like that. I mean, this is not really like big news to change the whole Tower of God story as we see it, but it is definitely big news to the Canine people and their future. This war is not only about Bam really trying to fight his master, but it is also for the future of several races as well. And the Canine people are probably one at the highest top of them. They're being dominated by a ravenous ruler, Yaraksha, and honestly, from this fight, he proves that he is definitely no pushover, that he has a reason to be in Jihad's army as a commander. So, this is some really important news for the fate of the K9 people and really what's going to happen. And I can't wait to find that out. So, basically, Baylor Yama and his brothers start to combine their power. They got help with, Kun because, as we all say, Kun is Goon. So with the help of Kun and his friends, they were able to teleport Yaraksha to another location, which I was like, thank you, because it wasn't really a very good fight at all. And now they're basically doing the Shonen rematch, in which he's going to gain more power. I enjoyed seeing this fight between Yaraksha and Yama because it reminded me a lot of Killua and his brother, which is why I call this show Hunter x Hunter. If you don't know, in this one point, Killua has this really weird fear, and it really hinders him from being the true assassin that everyone knows that he is. We find out why is because not only did Killua's brother Illumine brainwash him, but he implanted a special needle that basically controlled his thoughts and how he thought about everything and the world around him. It was only after taking out that needle was Kiryu able to evolve into the true assassin he knew he once was. This is kind of what's going on with the Tower of God, in which Yaraksha basically implanted Yama with this fear to prove a point that he will always dominate the canine species, much like Frieza and the Saiyans, but you kind of get the point of what I'm trying to say. And it's really good. It doesn't mean that Yaraksha was very weak into fighting. It just literally means that, Yaraksha has thought 40 steps ahead of Baylor Yama. While Lord Yama really believes in his brute strength to win the day, Yaraksha is more tactical. Well, in the game of cat and mouse, cats were considered to be smarter, and this is kind of a very literal example of how cats are just a little bit smarter than the dogs than himself. Meanwhile, on the other side, Bam and White are fighting, and White, as I said in another video, please go check that out. That White has this weird affection for Bam. He wants to see Bam corrupted. He doesn't like seeing Bam's existence in the tower and feels that that needs to be tainted in every single way. So he proceeds to provoke him in order to get out his wicked side out of him. Bam, being tired of White's, you know, he concedes and he decides that he must fight and defeat White if he's ever going to move on. I'm really concerned about this because the title of this small arc is called A Dark Change or A Bad Change, right? And I don't know if that means it's going to be a bad change for our heroes or it's going to be a bad change for Bam. I really don't want to see Bam corrupted because what makes Tower of God good is Bam's ignorance to the world around him, if that makes more sense. And if he is corrupted and just like everyone else, then I feel that this kind of loses a little bit of power in itself. Now, I do feel that Bam needs to fight White for several reasons, but I feel that his method of going about it is just a little risky, and I hope it doesn't take a dark turn for the worse. I do think Bam is very strong enough to handle White on his own. It's just, will killing White achieve what he wants to achieve? Bam does have a point where he is tired of seeing his friends being manipulated, tricked, and killed for the sake of him, and this butt of a human being just decides to just kill people just for whatever. Bam has always not. White has always been on Bam's bad side since the moment they have met each other, and it seems like that is not going to continue until one of them is dead. So I'm really curious to see how this fight between a top high-ranking Slayer versus basically an immortal irregular. I can't wait to see how this epic fight really turns out. Bam is definitely strong, especially from his days of fighting Caliban. And so I'm really just waiting to see what new tricks and powers he's going to do to save his friends and to win this twisted game. All in all good stuff that is going on. And that is my review of Tower of God. Let me know what you think about Tower of God and what's going on in the comments down below. Who do you think is going to win, Bam or White? Is he going to be tainted? Please let me know everything you feel about Tower of God in the comments down below. With that being said, I thank you for watching, listening, and I'll see you next time.